0.6 per ally, so 1.2 for all three heroes. So that's about 7.2 HP regen for 3 allied units. Yeah, it's not all that powerful actually. But oh, actually, that's a passive. Okay, wait, is it a passive? Toggle ability. Let's see. Hmm. Sure, cannot be healed. However, Joy's body. This skill is active. Maybe, maybe a rework could be on this would be a bit better. Um, let's say it actually heals you for a percentage, a very small percentage of the HP of nearby allies. And when activated, then has some additional effect or something like that. Because 7.2 HP regen, like, isn't all that much now. It's like, to be honest, um, that's at level 3. It's not doing all that much for you. Given the fact that it requires 75 mana to activate and 3% mana to sustain, so of max mana nonetheless, so this is going to probably need some reworking, mechanic wise at least. Selfless. Come on. At least join the chat room. Uh, One moment, guys. Let's know. Damn it. Be swift. Where are you? Let's just talk stream. So, cool. I don't know. Okay. Whatever, let's continue. Selfless. Seraphim sacrifices her own life to protect her allies, places a mark on the target friendly unit, which lasts a few seconds. If the marked unit gets hit by a damaging spell, the spell will rebound to Seraphim, damaging her instead. The mark is destroyed when the target is hit by the spell. Life to protect her allies, place a mark on the target friendly unit, which lasts damaging spell. I'm not sure if this is actually possible. Actually, yeah, I think it is possible maybe for some like buff placers, like um, kind of like Lincoln's blocks off a spell. Uh, it will create a temporary like Lincoln sphere effect on the target, and when the target is damaged and the effect is lost, a dumb unit will be created which will do that damage or effect to you. Um, I think it's possible to detect what kind of ability you are targeted with. You must be. I think it's possible in Warcraft 3. If it is possible, then this ability is completely callable. But if it's not, then I guess only buff placers will be able to transfer to you. Rebound damage on target to Seraphim. Up to 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds. Okay. And last but not least, Retribution. Seraphim uses her best combat ability to avenge her allies. Seraphim takes a stance, and when hit by a damaging spell in this stance, Seraphim will prevent 80% of the damage, and suppressing the energy in her palms for later use. If held for too long, or if another instance of damage is taken, the previous one explodes, damaging Seraphim by the full amount. Damage expelled. Hmm. and suppress damage, duration, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Wait, the possible block is only for 1.25 seconds? No, 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 no. No. Make it a bit longer. Definitely a bit longer. Like, the effect may be good, but still, you will actually be needed to use the ability, so increase that. The self ability release stance ratio, maximum ratio according to suppressed damage. Triggers when damage is taken from a single instance of damage, recording of hero type release. Releases the suppressed damage at a target enemy, dealing the full damage plus an additional 10 damage per second held. Has a cap of 100, 150, 200 maximum increased damage. This spell has a 750 casting range and a 10-second cooldown. Okay, now actually to the full review. We just read only the abilities. Okay, so basically, okay, pardon. So basically, from what I understand, you're aiming for a support type of hero, but with some nuking potential. Let's discuss the usefulness of the abilities, how actually it's going to be useful to skill them up in battle. Okay, when making a hero, there are several stages of balancing which need to be taken into consideration. First of all, of course, to choose a theme, make a few base abilities. After that, balance your hero around a certain role. After that, balance the abilities synergy-wise. After that, balance the abilities. What was the word for it? Balance your after that the abilities scaling-wise, or build-wise, because the abilities may be good at some stage of the game, but they will need to have some kind of usefulness through like the other stages of the game, and like, how do I explain it? Damn it. For example, you have like only two good abilities. You have two abilities which scale good, but one which doesn't scale all that good. The third skill has good synergy with the other abilities, but on its own is completely useless. Something like that. And last but not least, balance the abilities, the numbers that is, stat-wise. So okay, let's continue with the actual review. First ability. I didn't quite understand how it works. Did you join the stream? Of course you didn't join the stream. Why would you? Please join the stream, man. Okay. Target and use advantage. I seriously don't know how this ability works. It's confusing. Okay, when you cast it on an ally, all damage then dealt to the ally is healed but transferred to you, and when you cast it on an enemy, all damage to the enemy heals you, but also damages the enemy for twice the amount. I'm not really sure. I'm quite confused, to be honest. I guess this combo is kind of meant for your ultimate, for like very good strong synergy. You cast it on an enemy, on an ally first. If some powerful damaging spell is dealt to him, he will take damage, which you can absorb with the ultimate. After that, you can like store it for a short while, let the damage grow, cast this again on the enemy, cast your release on the enemy, deal a shit ton of damage to the enemy, heal yourself for that damage, and additionally damage the enemy again. I guess it's something like that. It's a bit too strong seeing the numbers. I don't know why, but every time I see this, the effect of this ability, the only thing that comes to mind is Laguna Blade and Finger of Death, non-stop. Still, hmm. I'm not sure if this is quite, like, completely codable, by the way. Um, yeah, I'm not very sure if this is codable. Huh. I think it can be made to, like, how do I say it? Damage can be made for like depending on how much HP you lost. So I guess you can rework it to that, but I'm not sure if it is codable. You don't have to rework it, but if it's not codable, I guess you can remake it to based on how much HP you lost. Now you can do all that damage or something like that, like a percentage of the life you lost. You can like store it after that release. It's a water. Okay. So the first ability has good synergy with the ultimate. Second skill. Um, it's quite low. Like the regeneration is not enough. But as a whole, I'm not sure if this ability is all that's needed. Hmm. Third ability. Rebound damage to target. Okay. In my opinion, this guy seriously needs at least one of his. These two abilities, in my opinion, need some serious working. The core concept of the hero is absorb damage and deal that damage to the enemy. Now on paper that may sound good, but imagine how the scenario will actually be in-game. You have no disables, no slows, you are quite fast, but you're not the main damage dealer. Okay, you make sure that damage dealt to the enemy can be used for your damaging ability, but still you risk losing quite a lot of life, even though you can block it potentially, like with the skill. Still, the effect triggers only when you're like, you can have that ability way at level 6, and where's the scaling? Is that the scaling? Hmm. Oh, actually, yeah, duration. Not really sure about this guy. Okay, uh, I mentioned several ways of balancing a hero role and stuff like that. The other way is actually having a set of create actually two teams. One is your team, and after that the enemy team. Go for like a good role. Okay, I'll actually create a team very fast. Let's see. Let's go for a very damaging build. Where am I? Open with paint or something like that. Should have clicked on GIMP, but whatever. Okay, let's go for okay, since this guy is supposed to counter kind of a death ball, a lot of nukes DPS, we'll go for a semi-pushing, early gank oriented build. Okay, save images. Okay, whatever. Um, let me click on that. Okay, just creating the team real fast. Actually, why should I pick a line? Could go for a Lina if it's going to be a push build. Yeah, go for a Lina. Lina. Still some semi. You're probably going to have some kind of semi carry. Well, I have Tinker. I also